All right, we are throwing chairs at Day of Infamy because we're super, super infamous being Q-list internet celebrities and all. It's developed on the New World, it's developed by New World Interactive on the Source Engine. If you launch the game and check PAVQ control, it shows up as Portal 2. What's that about? We'll find out. You can pick it up for around $26.98 of your local currency, I guess. What is it? The creators of Insurgency present the next installment of their successful FPS platform with Day of Infamy, featuring tactical close quarters World War II combat across a wide range of multiplayer and co-op scenarios. These guys did send us some keys, so we're throwing some chairs back out their direction. So let's kick off the CHAIRQUISITION. 1 chair means that's garbage, 2 chairs means meh, 3 chairs means pretty good, 4 chairs means it's awesome sauce, and we got our categories that Doom makes with the working, shiny, sounds, controls, and fun. So let's kick this off. Did it make with the working, bud?
Hey, man, technically it did run for the most part, so I can't really knock it too much for that. Over here on the Ubuntu 1604 LTS, box of business, powered by a 980, well, and an 8150, displayed at UHD, but I didn't bother with this game, because my first question that came to my little brain organ was, how did you make something using the Source Engine run so poorly? I mean, this thing... it's kind of borderline fugly. I mean, we're talking Wolfenstein enemy territory level. Great game, available for Linux, still runs. And I've actually seen this critter touch 30 FERPs a few times, just running it at 1080p. Now, the same box, I can run Half-Life 2 at 3840 by 2160. Never, and I do mean never, see it drop below 100. Now, performance aside, had a few random crashes, came to the desktop once or twice. Nothing that was completely inexcusable. And it's like, okay, all right, I'm not going to ding you a chair for that. I will, however, knock you a chair for those fuck-mothering load times, Brad. Wow. Yes, that business is only being done on a single thread for some bizarre moon reason. I mean... you're talking about a game built on the Source Engine, and the load times in this make Deus Ex load times seem reasonable. So, gonna have to throw you a 3.
Oh, yeah, there be some bugs here, and that load time is... it's load time. This is get up, go take a piss, come back, and then you're in the middle of a match load times. But, no real issues... so far on Fedora 2464-bit with the i7-6700K and the GTX 980. I did get one crash where when I alt-tabbed out of it, it just completely fucking borked. And I had to go kill it. There's also some weird texture issues where sometimes the trees will get all racist. It's kind of blinding. It's a little weird. But for the most part, it runs about as well as you expect a Source game to run under Linux, so 3 chairs.
Well, over here on on the i7-4790 on a GTX 950 running OpenSUSE 42.2, no issues. It's running OpenGL, no issues with that. However, I did have a small crash initially when it dropped out, then suddenly came back, but Steam didn't see it, and so I was playing for about an hour, and Steam did not see it. So there's that. But fuck me dead, holy load times, Batman. Jesus, I started up, I'm going, are you working? Even at one point I was under GNOME, and GNOME was saying, hang on, is this program even running? Do you want to kill it? No, just wait. But I've got to give them bonus points. They have dedicated Australian servers, not Oceania, not Asia, fucking Sydney. So, get even bonus points for that.
So you would give it...
I would give it 3 chairs.
There we go.
Oh, well, that's 3 chairs for makes with the working. My joke fell flat. Shiny sounds, Ben. Tell us about it.
Hey, man, it looked like a game built with the Source Engine. And by that, I mean, it looks like something straight out of 2004. Like I said, borderline fugly, but, again, it's not arse ugly. It's not lazily done. Some works went into this. But it looks wicked dated. Just because of the engine, there's not a lot you can do, and wicked dated is wicked dated. That's what it looks like. You're looking at the video. The audio listeners, think easy way to describe it would be enemy territory if they had which they probably do, a high-res texture pack or something like that, or a really poorly done Half-Life 2 mod, which we've all seen. Maybe a Half-Life 1 mod. Sound-wise, the guns go boom. The guns go boom. Show title, but that's about it. There's really nothing to report. It, wholly unimpressive anywhere. I mean, you got the environments, you could be indoor, outdoor, World War II, so sometimes you're in the forest, sometimes you're in a little city area, but yeah. See, I'm trying to be nice, too.
Yeah, I mean, Foxy discovered that the Canadians in this game are all possessed by the void spirit Armnagach, and as such have super demonic powers. Other than that, it looks like a generic Source 2 World War II mod. I mean, if you play Day of Defeat Source, it's very, very similar. Sound-wise, they got some generic trumpety war themed music in the menus, and everything else in the game is actually what's happening. Foxy will get into that a little more in-depth. But the sound palette is just kind of there. There's nothing really that will make you go, wow. It's competently done, but that's about the nicest thing I can say for it. Considering, again, yeah, this is a 15-year-old engine coming up on. So, I gotta give it 2 for that. It's okay. It's passable. It's acceptable, but that's no more, no less.
Well, it's certainly not going to win any awards for the shinies, that's for sure. And I had this really weird glitch that my eyes disappeared in the model screen, where they just turn out to be completely white.
Mm-hmm.
However, this might have been by design, all this simplicity, because on my machine I was getting roughly, I don't know, 150 frames per second if Steam is to be believed, with ×2 anti-aliasing, no problem. But this game is more of sounds than visuals. Visuals are pretty crap, and you can't really see much, so you have to rely on your hearing much more than anything else. There's no music, but the absence of this music does help with the tension and atmosphere of the game, which is really nice. But all the people are actually talking, not like the players, the actual people you're playing as. They actually talk to each other. Like, I can hear people yelling, go down left, and it's the actual player, it's the actual model, not the player. I'm like, oh, okay, go down that way, follow me, and oh shit, I've just been shot. What? I actually found myself so many times actually turning instinctively to these sounds, which is actually really cool. But I do have to admit, they do need to cut back on the fucks and the shits, I do have to say. Because everyone says it every 5 seconds, oh fuck, oh shit, all this nonsense. And I also do have to add that you can only hear people in earshot. So not everyone has magical radios like in Ballistic Overkill or Verdun even. Stuff like that. So I'd say 3 chairs for the shiny and the sounds. Mainly for the sounds.
Fuck shit, 2 chairs, fuck shit. Next up is the controls.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is a first-person shooter. This is what you got, man. It's Wast. It's a shooter. I did like that. What was it? Q&E. It tilted. I didn't have the problem finding where prone was, like Jordan did. But yeah, there's nothing here to report. They did that right. It's on the source engine. You're going to basically instinctively be able to figure out how everything works. Responsiveness, all that business. Nothing to complain about. You click, it shoots. You reload, it reloads. You get shot once, you fucking fall over and die. That works really well in this version. So, yeah, man, nothing to complain about. So, I'd give it 4 chairs, but Jordan lied to me earlier, but I'm still going to give it 4 chairs.
I didn't lie. That was Foxy who said there's no 4 chairs in this thing. Don't try and shift your blame on me. There's already enough of that in this time period. Anyways, yeah, it's the first-person shooter. It's one of these realistic ones. So it's all right-click to bring up the iron sights, shift to run, WAS to move, control to crouch, although I usually like to switch up control and shift. Yeah, I didn't really figure that Z was the go completely prone button. And for a bunch of the classes, like for the heavy machine gunners, you need to set up a bipod, and by default, it only sets up the bipod on when you go prone. So I was wondering, why can't I brace? Why my bullets go all the way up to the sky? I'm not trying to kill a god yet, but. You can go into the settings. You can change the bipod deployment to on crouch or on prone or both, which I ended up doing. But beyond that, works. You WAS to move. You point and click. It's pretty simple. 3 chairs.
Yeah, it's just your standard FPS affair. WAS, all that. But fuck me, there's like 20 odd commands you can use in this bloody game. Why 20? Look, they're all separate keys. You can't do combination keys or, say, tap a key twice for it to actually work. Like, with Jordan, took forever for me to find the actual prone key. And going, hang on. I was in the middle of the match going, right, I'm going to look this up. Press escape, go into key bindings. Where the fuck's the prone? I'm looking through it. Got shot several times. Okay. Found it. Z. Okay, yeah, that's easy to get to. Very good. Because, like Jordan, I was being a machine gun, I said, use the middle mouse button to go set up your tripod thingy. Bipod thing, yeah. Set up that, except I was mercilessly bashing a wall. There, come on, got to make your controls a bit more simple. And in the options it says, enable controller. Yeah, that'd be great. If I could do anything more on the controller than just actually move. So, 2 chairs for the control because of the bloody complexity.
Oh, Foxy, did you ever end up seeing that thing where if you're sort of trying to set up in a corner, you will move even though you're not pressing any buttons because you're trying to like...
Yes.
Yeah, that got old real quick anyways. That's 3 chairs for controls. Let's put a bow on it. Ben, did you have Plun, Fang, Day of Infamy?
All the Plun question mark 3 Zorbal Garth marbles in my mouth, man. Sorry, lads. But this is, and basically, if I'm being kind, a reskinned Insurgency. The previous game from these fine people. Day of Infamy does introduce something new and bizarre, however. Fast-paced action with kind of insta-kill weapons that doesn't exactly make for an authentic World War II simulation. You know, the only way I could remotely enjoy this business would be if it just had hella legit permadeath. You get noped, you gotta stay in the server or you lose points and you gotta watch and you don't respawn. And it's like, alright, I could get engaged. I could get involved in this, but it doesn't have it. No, I did try the matchmaking. Tried to learn the basics there, but that system is new to dog shit. I think everyone knows that. When you start and say, I want to play online, it's like, do you want to play in easy mode? And it's like, yes, I would like me some of that. Please, sir, give me a serving of that. What I was met with, well, I was met with a server filled with campers, bots, and players way above my pay grade and or rank. Well, it wasn't a good time by everyone. I even tried out a few of the different classes. Like maybe I like the sniper, the machine gunner, the guy with the binoculars calling in airstrikes. But at the end of the day, take that shot. It failed to really bring anything new to the table, if I'm being perfectly honest with everyone. And it's a shooter. All right. That's a thing. But, yeah, it's kind of hard to recommend something that kind of looks, definitely feels, and absolutely plays like a mod for Insurgency. So, I'm going to give you 1 chair for that. Maybe if this was DLC for Insurgency, maybe. I don't know. You didn't do a bad job, but there's just too many things wrong with what you got.
Yeah, realistic shooters don't really do it for me. I never really liked the iron sights that games of this ilk have, because that's not actually how guns work. If you ever fired one, they're always at a weird angle. They're not like your nose becomes the barrel of the gun, and therefore you need to look and shoot. It's always really, really weird. I like my shooters more in the Quake-ish, Counter-Strike-esque vein. But anyways, there are a bunch of different modes in this game, and it's a little divergent from the go there, kill all the people in the room thing. But a lot of it does boil down to go there, wait for the little timer clock to indicate that you have captured the control point, move on, and so on and so forth. Sometimes there's some variation between how you respawn. Sometimes you just respawn at a assault point. Sometimes you need to actually retreat. But it all boils down to attempt to capture point, die, wait for respawn. I tried playing a bunch of the various classes. Any of the assault weapons, guys, you get noped really, really quickly because the bots are better at aiming their fake guns than you. So they just nope you real quick. And like their snipers are god tier. It's almost like if you're playing with bots. I played one game with randos, realized that no, this is not my speed, and then just went back to playing with bots. Yeah, they are way better and more coordinated than you are. I feel that maybe if you were playing with some people over Skype and you could actually coordinate, this game would be pretty fun, or it could be fun anyways, but it doesn't really do it. The two classes I had real success with were the sniper, because I actually got some kills with that guy, and the flamethrower guy, who I would just run up and toast people, and it was pretty fun to watch a bunch of Germans scream while on fire. Sorry. Hey! Yeah, the game's all right. It's another one of these tactical, realistic World War II shooters that don't really do anything for me. It's all right. I just got to give it 2 chairs. I can't quite give it 1 because I didn't hate it, but
yeah, I'm really in two minds about this game. Some moments can be really a lot of fun and really intense, but other times can be really shit and very fucking annoying. It really lacks polish and tightness. It just doesn't have that finesse that, say, the only other game I can really compare this to is Verdun. And Verdun has just nicer graphics and just plays better. But considering how these two were saying certainly Ven was saying it plays like a mod, it looks like a mod, that's because it was a mod for Insurgency. It was just a mod that was just released as a full game. Cash grab, maybe? Tried to pull a Team Fortress there, are we? But they've got the Australians in there, but no Tobruk. Where's our Tobruk map? That was a very pivotal battle of the war. Why don't we have that? But however, the Aussie representation in the game is still pretty good. Had a kind of a Mad Max effect there with the voice where it just sounded like an Australian actor being told to sound Australian. So, but it did get better as I got used to it, I suppose. But this is definitely find the camper the game. That's how you win these points. You just sit in a corner and go on. I've lost count of how many points I've captured by sitting in a corner with my thumb up my ass, just taking pot shots at anyone who dared walk in the door. I even won one game by lying down in the back of a truck not firing a single shot. Because they just could not find me. I was just laying there. It's just stupid. You just sit in a spot and just hope for the best. However, this is the first time in a very long time I've actually had to think laterally, like going in for the flank or using smoke in a legitimate way. Like most of these realistic shooters, you put smoke down, it's practically pointless and useless. However, it does have good use in this. I've captured many points like that, and many people have as well. It's not a game to go in full guns blazing. You just can't do that. You're going to get yourself shot and killed, and you're back at the point waiting for 3 odd minutes to come in. But this game also is cool for another reason, was the radio system, where you need a commander and a radio man to call in the strikes, not just one person saying, "Hey, point here," and suddenly it explodes. Now in this game, you hear the planes coming in, that very haunting sound of the planes diving in, then hearing the shots going across the field. It was actually many times I've gone, "Oh shit, I better duck inside," because I had no idea if it was ours or someone there. Or the other side, sorry. It was either was it mine or was it the Germans? I don't know. All the game modes are variations of capture the point. Like, come on, where's the actual score modes? Where's anything else? It's just Go to a point, sit your fat ass down, and hope for the best. This just doesn't work that way. But the worst part of this game, the worst part I absolutely hate, is the map selection. At the end of every battle, they display all the maps, and everyone picks. However, everyone picks the same goddamn fucking map. I want to see these other maps. There's D-Day, there's the landing at Normandy, there's this train station thing. I never got to play these maps because everyone get either crate or this other stupid thing. Just don't know map selection, just random maps. If battle's finished, next map. Battle finishes, next map. Or at least narrow it down to 2. Like in like Doom or Unreal Tournament or something like that. Just narrow it down to a selection of 2, not the whole bloody thing. Because of this, everyone's got the same map, so everyone knows where everything is, everyone knows where all the hidey holes are, and you're just going to get annihilated because you don't know where they are, and everyone else knows. It just becomes very boring, very tedious, and just so goddamn fucking repetitive. I've lost count of how many times I've gone on the same fucking map and died in the same exact point. Even if I try to go around this point, I still die in another point at the same bloody time. It's just enough. So because of this map selection, if they didn't have this at all, and just a few other little niggly issues like John mentioned, the recoil is fucking stupid. Like, oh, what the fuck am I shooting at? Look, I literally emptied an entire clip of the bloody machine gun down this fucking alleyway where there's 3 Germans there, and I didn't hit any one of them. Where the hell's my bullets going? And then I didn't hit these people.
They're going to Fairyland, Foxy.
Yeah, well, anyway, so it's just because of these niggly issues and the fucking map selection, I can only give it 2 chairs because it is fun times at time.
I'm sorry, I was just expecting you to go on for like another 15 minutes. Anyways, that's 1 chair for fun. Wrap it all up. We got 1 chair for Day of Infamy. All right, that's not right. Should be 2. Wait, no. Maybe my math is wrong. Someone will figure it out. Fix it in post. Final thoughts?
Did they give this game away at some point? Because it's got so many positive reviews, and you go online, which, there's not a single player campaign in this. I went online in North America during prime time on a weekend. 700 players. Decent, but not really exploding. So, I like the idea of objective stuff. Go there and you capture, but Foxy, you're 100% right on that business with, it's always somebody crouching in the corner of a kitchen upstairs. That's what you do. You go find the guy crouching, blow him away, then what do? You go find a spot and crouch. But that's basically the entire game.
Well, I would love to do this because I love these games. Like Verdun, I've put a lot of hours into this. And this, I've played like a couple hours and I've only seen 2 goddamn maps. Once I got the Day of landing at Normandy for about 5 minutes before the battle goddamn ended. So
I tried Normandy, but it crashed. So,
and it actually and the Normandy landing had a big grey bar around the background for some reason. I thought, we're in the middle of a storm. Anyway, it's unfair. It's unforgivable. It's just you've got to and the fact that it's a mod. Come on, guys, put some effort in if you're going to release a game, please.
Yeah, again, realistic shooters don't really do it for me. This game has a lot of tiny issues compounded by the fact that it really you need some friends to even enjoy this. If you're playing with randos on the internet, you're not going to have fun